You are not excited to be here. In fact, the most overused line at every single event I've been to in the last 10 years is, "I'm so excited to be here." So if you're going to stand out as a speaker, you cannot start your speech like everyone else. That means you're not excited to be here. It's not a pleasure to be here. You are not honored to be invited to speak here. I don't want you to fix your opening by changing the words you use. I want you to change your opening. You immediately position yourself as a commodity when you open your speech like everyone else. So today, let's work on one little thing: your opening line or lines. So here's what I want you to do. Number one, I want you to put your opening lines in the context of a performance. And to do this, you need to make some assumptions. Let's assume that everyone in the audience has already read your session description. They know what you're going to talk about. Let's also remember that someone just introduced you and read your entire intro script or your bio. And right after that, there was a bunch of rousing applause. Everybody's excited to hear you speak. Maybe there was some intro music that got you onto the stage, and now the audience is all yours. What are you going to say? Remember, this context is very important because a lot of speakers make the mistake of assuming that they need to reintroduce themselves, or they make the mistake of saying, "I'm going to talk about this, that, and the other thing," which has already been done. It's either been read in your session description, it's already been in the introduction, and you cannot repeat what has just happened. So you need to keep the context in mind. It's very important. Number two, I need you to focus on the very first few lines of your presentation. And I want you to write them down. Use paper and pen or paper and pencil. I need you to write them by hand, not on a computer. This helps ingrain in your mind the things you're going to say. So take those first 15 to 20 seconds of your speech and write them down. And here's the third thing I want you to do. Every single day this week, I want you to spend 5 minutes rehearsing your first few lines, those first 15 seconds of your presentation. And here are the rules for your rehearsal. Before you start every rehearsal, I want you to reread the session description. I want you to stand there and reread it. To yourself, out loud, I don't care, but reread it. This puts you in the mind of the audience. Now, I want you to read your bio. Do the same thing. Pick it up, printed copy of it, and read it to yourself. Make the assumption that the audience has already read the bio. That is why they are sitting in the room, or part of the reason that they're sitting in the room. They came to see you. Now, here's the rehearsal part. I want you to read your introduction out loud, your introduction script. If it's your bio, that's okay. I want you to read it out loud as if you are the person who is introducing you to the stage. As soon as the bio is finished, I want you to walk 15 steps. This is crucial. I need you to actually walk the 15 steps. On that 16th step, I want you to deliver your first few lines, those first 15 seconds of your presentation. And if it doesn't feel right, I want you to rework it. I want you to sit down and rewrite the pieces that do not feel right, that make you feel uncomfortable. You need to resist the urge to banter with the audience or make a joke or two. You need to get comfortable with the silence that you feel when you're taking those first 15 steps. Nothing will get you more comfortable on stage or with an audience than those first 15 seconds. So this week's little thing is to get so comfortable with the first 15 seconds of your presentation that you could deliver them without thinking.